Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is my Finish It Friday video for Friday, October 4th, 2024. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful week, that you were able to be creative in your creative space, in whatever area you wanted to be creative this week. I had a great time this week in my sewing room. If I had to say, if I had to describe it in one word, it would be color. I explored so many different colors this week in current projects and older projects and newer projects and scrap projects. So I can't wait to share those with you. We'll start upstairs and then we'll come back and see kind of what I was able to get done. This is the first project that I'm excited about for this week because I had such a great week of color. I finished getting the paper off of the back of my rainbow string quilt. Let's get a little close and see the seams. Like I said last week, if it took 30 minutes to get all the paper out, then that may be on the long end. It was like one short session and I took the paper out and then I was like, okay, now what do I do? But I'm excited about this project because it is so cool and so vibrant, and I'm looking forward to getting it quilted. And so this is really awesome to have this done. It's not like hanging over my head, but it's nice to have this part done so that I can move on to the next step, which is actually finishing the binding. I'm not going to quilt this until I get the binding done. And I do have some other projects ahead of it, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm happy to have the paper off of it so I know I can go ahead and go to the next stage. The next thing that I am very excited about is the baby quilt that I'm working on. This is a commission work, and I've taken t-shirts and sports jerseys from Rec Ball, and there's a jacket, this Eagle or Black Hawk, that's a jacket, and I've placed them in this order on the quilt. Everything in the quilt, in the center of it, is from that person's materials. So all of the pieces are jersey pieces, even the sashing strips. I did take a piece of denim and go all the way around as a stop border. Well, actually, this will be the final border for this quilt. And I will show you the binding when we get downstairs. But it is so cool to have this stage of this done. I ordered some Minky from Missouri Star. Hopefully it'll be here soon. The reason that I ordered it was because I could get an extra wide piece. This quilt is like 56 inches square. And so I was concerned that if I go get the other stuff, that I would have to either piece it together so that it's wide enough. And I just don't want to push that. So I went ahead and ordered some Minky that's 90 inches wide, a couple yards. So that should be able to quilt this easily. In the meantime, I can work on other projects while I wait on the that to come in. But take a look at this. I just think it's so cute, the way everything has come together. And I love the way I was able to use up some of the fabrics to create the sashing. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. But a really worthwhile project. Can't wait to get it finished. Along with finishing the jersey quilt top, I did make the binding, and these 108 fabrics that I've purchased to use as my quilt backings, they are coming in great as bindings. So for this one, since the quilt is primarily blue, red, gray, and black, I have the blue denim as the border. And the backing that I purchased is hopefully it's going to be like a medium gray Minky. And then my binding, I decided to do it as a black and red. So this black, I'll come up close so you can see it, but I'll show you the red first. It's this plaid. This is from I think this one is from the shirt quilt that I made a while back, the time machine quilt with the hourglasses. I'll put a picture here. This was the backing on that quilt, I think. And then the black is from my nephew's quilt. So I'll come up close so you can see it. So this is the one from the back of my nephew's quilt. And then here's the plaid that's going to be the flange. I think it's really going to be nice against that denim border and also with the gray backing. I think this binding is going to be perfect. And I like to make my binding as soon as I'm done with the quilt top. So I know that after I'm done quilting, the binding is already made. So that is really nice to have that done. And since I was using leftovers from the 108, it really didn't take very many strips. I think I used 3 super long strips for the black and then maybe 4 of the red. So it's not a lot of sewing for the binding. Now I did get some scrap stuff done. If you've been following, you know that I have this 9-patch quilt as you go thing that I want to do. And I had 1 block left of that. And so now that is done. And so now all of my 9 patches are created. I only need to make 6 more quilt as you go panels, and then I can start joining that quilt together. So I don't know, it may be a medium to low priority, but it could be something fun that could just be like a just a quick win. So doing one of these blocks could be like a little quick win for a day if I need one. I made the 9-patch square blocks. These are inspired by the Block a Day book. That video, I'll link it here. I made 3 blocks, and so I explored more colors. So I did a pink block. And these are 5-inch squares. Oh, these my 9 patches also 5-inch squares, all from my stash. So I didn't actually cut anything specifically for this. I had already cut the squares and they were part of my stash. So I just pulled them. And then I did the 2.5-inch squares as well. That one has blue on the outside and a neutral center. This one has neutral outside and an orange center. And hopefully I can make a ton of those and put them into a quilt. I think that would be super cute. But right now, these blocks are going to go. I have a tub that's just orphan blocks. So as I make random blocks, I'm just going to stuff them in there until I decide that I want to make something with them. Or I was thinking I might just pull 1 block out and be like, hey, let me make a whole quilt out of this and just see what it does. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it could be a fun project to just try out. And then I made a couple of the 7s and 9s blocks. I did 2 sessions this week for this this project. And so these are the blocks for that. Okay, so this was so much fun to just play around with these colors, and these are like little quick things that could be done, and so they kind of fill your fill my sewing energy with a quilt that can kind of win. That's pretty quick. So I'm really proud of all these. I have one more thing to share, and then we can get ready to wrap up the video. This is the last project that I want to share. I started doing a little bit more work on this giant Jacob's ladder block. If you haven't seen the original video, it will be linked in the iCards here and in the description box. This is a quilt top that I started in July as a part of Vlogmas in July, and it is going to be a baby quilt. The baby is here. He's the cutest little thing, and it's almost time for him to get his quilt. I went ahead this week and added the first border on. It is, I'm really just, the first goal is to use what's in my stash. So I pulled what was in my stash. This one, it's going to work nicely. And I'm going to add a second border. And this is some fabric that I think I got it in Mississippi. And so here it is here. Can you see it? Yeah. And I think it's going to be perfect as the second border here. And I haven't seen it. I won't see it until I edit the video, but I'm excited because it has all the colors here. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Even though it's a little light for what I would normally do, but I think it's just going to be so cute. Let me know in the comments what you think of this little cute border. And I like that none of this stuff is like super obvious. Yeah, we got some stars. We got a little woodland creature. We got some little abstract kind of shapes here, but this, like, it's not going to be a fish quilt or any other kind of quilt. So I'm really excited about this project. Looking forward to getting it finished. This will be, depending on when my Minky gets in, this may go on the long arm next. Also, I have the backing chosen, maybe. This is some of that Moda Grunge that has these same colors. And I ended up purchasing a piece of 108 for a larger quilt. This was left over. I'm hoping that it's enough. So we'll just have to see. But it's really cool. This quilt is going to be so cute. Looking forward to putting it together along with all of my other projects. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, what you're excited about, so that we can celebrate together when we finish something. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.